the book we're discussing is The Adversity Advantage: Turn Your Childhood Hardship into Career and Life Success. So I hear adversity, and then I see one of the big personality traits is openness, or two of them: openness, creativity, agreeableness, and flexibility. That doesn't sound actually like someone coming from an adverse background. That's just what struck me. It was like, wow, that's a surprising 180
Right.
from.
And one of the things that isn't on the notes that you have is a low level of neuroticism. So
Oh no, Tim! Don't even tell.
this
Okay.
group, of course, has
A low
higher
level of-
worry. Higher worry. They have more sensitive. They're
She just.
they're
John,
very.
Gosh darn that you have to say.
I'm sorry.
neuroticism.
the John T. Nash Guide is what we're going to call that.
Well, initials T.
It is a continuum. We're all on that continuum
Are
somewhere.
you serious though? So they would have like those really great functioning things, but also be kind of practically, oh my God, I can't go.
Right. They learn survival skills growing up. So, take that example of living with domestic violence or child abuse and having a high cortisol level because you're really stressed out. You have that fight or flight response and all the hormones in your body and all those stress chemicals in your system. It actually changes the template of how your brain works. And so you're bringing that into work. Or maybe even in high school, you realize you can't be throwing temper tantrums like people do at home, right? Maybe get suspended from school or kicked out of school. So these people learn along the way that they can't replicate what they saw at home. So they become students of communication and of life in general.
Is that innate though? Are they aware they're doing that when they're becoming students of that behavior?
Well, I think companies and colleges and high schools rein us all in and kind of mold our behavior somewhat. The big companies like Honeywell and United Healthcare have human resources departments. So
You can't do that. Yeah, I was this hard to write? Because
It was.
it seemed to me as I was reading through all the notes that I don't want to say it'd be sad, but child abuse is such a heavy topic.
it is.
And obviously you were trained, you're a licensed psychologist, so you're used to it and you're used to hearing the stories. But for somebody that might not be that familiar with it, if they got your book, is it presented in a way that is empathetic, or is it more
Clinical?
Yeah.
No,
word.
it's very
That's the neurotic part of me.
it's very empathetic in that I really wanted to tell heart-rending stories to kind of grab people. But each one of the people that I interviewed who told me their stories gave advice. Some people lost their jobs in very high-level positions, very painful after many, many years of working in a CEO position. Some of them were just got out of domestic violence situations. In fact, there's one man I interviewed in the book who just had left a marriage where he was being physically abused.
By who?
His spouse.
His spouse?
Yeah.
A wife?
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
And I saw that at Honeywell, too.
Wow.
And it's really difficult for the man because here he is, there's all the societal
Yeah,
expectations.
the culture does a great job of boxing that personality in, right?
Did they all land on their feet?
All of them.